We've got it all this week. The Infinity War trailer and Mac Hammer. Marvel TV Weekly starts now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Can't touch this.
Oh, that's right. My music makes me so hard, makes me say, oh my God, thank you. Anyway, for blessing me with Marvel TV News, welcome. I'm Christian Bladt, and I'm joined by our panel as always, Kari Lane, Michael X. Shirley, and Amy Cassandra Martinez. And three of us on the panel know why I'm playing MC. Did I tell you to turn down MC Hammer, Tony, in the booth? Because this is not a jam that you turn down at any point. We're going to just let it play. No. You can, and Amy, you're at a loss for why we're playing this, but it's okay.
It's okay. I still enjoy the song.
It ties into our friend Mac on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And I know who Mac is already.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Well, let's start there. Where are you in your big rewatch of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Or not rewatch, but like
initial
watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Halfway through season 3.
That's good.
Yes.
So,
Yay!
So Ward is dead, but not dead, right?
Yes.
So he's Hive now, right?
Yes, we haven't gotten too far into that.
Yeah.
But he just looks like a giant person, regular-sized person that just got dipped into caramel.
Yes, but he does not have a gooey center, so stay away. That's just what I feel when it comes to
I'm
Ward.
so tired of Ward.
Well, you may or may not.
You're not the only one.
You may or may not get rid of him forever, but it also might not be forever. So, yeah. But anyway, you'll see. But for those of us that are caught up,
yes,
we're now. Kari, you weren't here last week, so I want to give you a moment to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 100, because you had a tweet that if I was smart enough, I would have done a screen grab of. It just followed.
It was a whole bunch of emojis expressing all the
feelings.
feels.
There were many feelings.
I was like, this is how I felt about episode 100. It's like smiley face, happy face, upset face, sad face, shocked face, and it's like a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
I cried sad tears and happy tears. It was so good.
Michael, what kind of tears did you cry when you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 100? Tears of boredom?
It was just like another episode for me.
No.
Wow.
So, okay, side note, I don't know for you, if you had this. On the commercials, there was a commercial for so when you die, your family can be taken care of. Like a life insurance thing. And I'm like, this is bad taste on this episode.
I don't remember, yeah.
But
I fast forward to the commercials. So.
Well, it's on Hulu. I can't.
Oh, no,
So just so you know, there's like a life insurance policy commercial, and I'm like, oh, this is so sad.
I go the old-fashioned way. I've got rabbit ears. I have a VCR.
Nice.
I tape it. None of that's true. But I do DVR it off of ABC so that I can watch it. But I didn't see that. Anyway, so that, I think it's continuing to kind of play out this week and from the looks of next week, sort of revisiting some of the greatest hits from the villains of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
And what do you think about that big reveal at the end of episode 100?
The connection of a character to other characters.
Thank you for putting it that way. Yes.
I saw that coming, actually.
Okay, well,
that was my prediction.
Yeah.
Did you know?
No, I had no idea, but then in the chat, and again, we talk a lot about the chat, apparently everybody knew it was coming, and it was so obvious, but I had no idea. And Michael, you didn't know either, right?
No.
We were legitimately surprised.
As soon as that character is kind of introduced, and then as it goes, you're like, yeah, probably.
I was just like, oh no, poor man Star-Lord. And I still feel that way about him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have as cool of a jacket.
Yeah.
Star-Lord has a way cooler jacket.
And just the, not spoiling, and don't worry, but
No, don't worry about me.
Coulson's emotional roller coaster of because just had that in my own life of people dying that you're just like, this is really hard to watch. But it was really good because I think they handled it well.
Yeah, I think that they handle what's going on with Coulson and what's going on with Yo-Yo. I think that there's plenty of opportunities for jokes, though, in the face of circumstances that maybe don't dictate it. But
that makes it so
the
good.
fact that Yo-Yo says that she's stumped, I was like, she didn't.
It was pretty funny.
I know, but I was just like, I can't believe that well, she went there, but the writers went there. But then, of course, we find out about Mac's nickname, Mac Hammer, because he is indeed such a huge fan of MC Hammer when his friend meets him at the academy, and that Coulson couldn't resist. You can't touch this.
Oh, it was so funny.
That was pretty amazing. And that was the moment where I'm like, I know what our song's going to be. Because I watched that this morning. So I was like, I know what our song's going to be tonight.
Yeah. And the next episode, I think, just keeps the ball rolling.
Yeah, we're
So
going
I
to see
think
some
it went
familiar
well.
faces
Yeah.
that, and some people who have multiple faces,
Yeah.
perhaps. What did you think overall of the episode, Michael?
I really liked this last episode.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because in the chat, I believe
Someone else.
Black Jones
didn't
said
like
that they liked
100.
episode 101, which was this past Friday.
Yeah.
Black Jones liked it a lot better than episode 100.
I did too.
It might be a better episode, but 100 had good emotional roller coaster because also when a character shows up and like they have people with them, I was like, oh, yay! And then there's like the other happy cry later that was like, okay.
Well,
We waited for this.
what I liked about this episode is that they're not going to string us along too long, and Deke figures out what's going on. But before he figures it out, they play up the, hey, you want to play catch?
That was a little.
No, I know,
weird.
but
I liked it.
I was gonna say I thought it was funny. It was
Yeah.
like it was hokey, but I'm like, oh, see, that's for us. That's not for either character.
Yeah.
That's for us.
Black Magic in the chat says episode 100 was more for fan service than actual plot.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I mean, it's like
There's
a
not a
comic book issue number 100.
Not huge
is,
plot stuff, but it was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, give me your thoughts on Ruby. What did you think of her this week?
Yeah.
The game she's playing.
I mean, I've only ever seen her in Disney stuff, so
Right. See, I don't know that actress because I don't know that.
she's
that
like a
Disney-
Disney
Same.
Channel actress.
She looks like one.
And I think she's, obviously trying to make that transition.
Yeah.
She's trying
Still
to.
staying in that family.
She's
of
trying to
Disney,
get Oh, that's true. It is a
ABC.
family. She's
Yeah.
trying to get away
Marvel.
from the Hannah Montana image or whatever
Yeah,
the show
yeah,
was. she
yeah,
was
Trying to be
on.
all tough.
Yeah. So I wasn't really sure because she was in the suit that first time we saw
Oh,
her.
Yeah.
so cool.
I would be interested to see more how she holds her own not in the suit.
I
If
would.
she, if
Yeah.
it's like a stand-in, like if she really goes at it, like I don't know.
I mean, I'd like to see her in action, not in the suit. If you think about it, for the most part, we've seen her like listen to her iPhone a lot. So it'd be
Yeah.
nice to see her do a little bit more than
I
that.
want to know what she's listening to.
Well, that's true. Where's Ruby's playlist? Somebody should
Yeah,
post that
come on.
online.
I think she's
Because
probably
she wears kind of cool
listening to,
t-shirts.
like,
She has a lot of
She
rock
does-
calm
t-shirts.
That's
down
true.
mantras.
What do you?
Like,
That's a great point, Carrie. What do you think of her t-shirts? Because that seems like
I think
you think she's got a good collection, or you could teach her a thing or two. She could wear a Sweet Sabretooth t-shirt. Like
I know, right? I don't know when you live somewhere like that how you get your clothes. So I don't know if she knows the bands
Orders online.
or not or what.
That's true.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Gotta get a new outfit to impress my mom.
Yeah.
Well, there's a new boy in the camp, so maybe she
Oh.
I
is
totally
ordering
forgot
out.
about this guy.
You forgot about Minnie Von Strucker, who doesn't go by
Yeah.
Von Strucker.
I don't
Yeah.
remember him at all, but he
been too
remembers
long.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, that's why you don't have to remember.
Yeah,
him, because
I'm not
he
worried
remembers
about
everything.
it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna heavily factor in.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope he's not related to those old goobers.
The
on
Fenris Struckers.
Gifted.
Well, those are just Struckers and not Von Struckers, but
But we know that there's no way because of the properties.
you
but-
don't have to worry. Wait. Do you think that there's a chance that Lauren and Andy could cross over and be on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh
Would
my
you be so
God.
excited?
Only if we get to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the next Avengers movie after this.
Maybe
there you
Avengers
go.
4.
We'll see.
Speaking of Avengers, momentarily we're going to talk about the Infinity War trailer. Carrie, what do you think? What do you see happening? I think there's only 9 more episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. this season, or possibly forever, whatever ABC decides to do. How do you see this all playing out? Well, I'll let you answer before I answer for you.
Well, it's hard. Hale is a bad lady. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've mixed feelings on that being our villain because it's kind of like just an annoying one now. I'm like, oh, can we just like win?
I don't
and
know
just
that
everyone.
she's the villain.
Kinda. She's the opposing force.
Well, as of right now, but
As of right now.
As of this episode.
Yeah, there
but-
might be something else going on.
Yeah, probably.
But it's just a villain where you're just like, it's like Ward going on too long. You're like, okay, and Ada too. I'm like, can we? I don't know. I need more to care about or something. And
I broke out into hives when you said Ada. Please be careful when you say that.
you're like, please don't. I do like the introduction of Ruby because I want to see more with that.
It's
character.
interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's too hard to predict. What are your thoughts that you were like you had thoughts?
Well, I was more going to ask if you think that Quake is the destroyer of worlds. I'm convinced now that she
I
is.
figured that out, by the way. What's going on with all that?
But do you want to give
Well,
your
I heard
theory? Because it's not a
something, but I
spoiler
don't
if
know
it's
if
just
it's
a guess.
true.
Yeah.
Well, you just have a theory.
Thanos is the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
And that's all just gotten confused, and we're going to understand next season of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh,
how
because
that-
it'll tie
Next
into.
season.
I thought it was
Infinity
something
War.
like Thanos made her do it or something like that.
Well,
I don't think they're
Thanos-
ever going to cross paths, but I think all that stuff that's from the future is probably his fault. And the Avengers are going to do whatever they do in their movie, and that's going to correct everything. And then we can forget about this whole season like we always do. We just like kind of forget what happens and move on until the 100th episode. Then we have to like drudge it all up again.
Only if we get Ghost Rider back. In the booth at TonyBTony_. What were you saying?
I was just saying, doesn't that sound like the biggest cop out?
What? Oh, that's just Thanos.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bit.
But I think that it.
S.H.I.E.L.D's
does-
always cleaning up the Avengers shit.
Yeah.
they do a pretty good job of tying into whatever movie is current,
Yeah.
throughout the course of the season. It works better when it's not a movie that comes out in the summer after their season's over. Like Thor: The Dark World came out in November, so it was like during the S.H.I.E.L.D. season where like 1 week was before it happened, and then the next week was, well, we gotta go clean up all this stuff. Thanks,
Ooh.
Thor.
Black Jones says, speaking of Wolverine, just a little bit ago, Scott Eastwood is interested, as is Edgar Ramirez.
Please
I'm not
no.
sure who Edgar Ramirez is, but I would
Did you hear
love
Tony?
to see. Well, I don't know which one
You want to see who
No,
Scott
Tony in the
East-
booth is like, no.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know which one he was talking about.
Scott Eastwood, please no.
Why are you talking shit about Scott Eastwood?
So
He
this would
was,
be as
like,
Wolverine.
He was Maria's guest today on her show. Don't talk shit about
Don't
Scott.
talk about Scott Eastwood.
That's
Well,
Edgar.
for our viewers on YouTube, Anthony, if you could bring up an image of Scott Eastwood, and this isn't for me
He
because
would be a great
because
young Wolverine.
obviously I know who he is. This is for everybody
Yeah.
watching who needs to know who
It's
he
the
is.
wide face thing he's got going on.
It's hard. I don't know. I'm
don't
at the
know.
point where it's hard
So
to
it's
see
Clint
anybody.
Eastwood's son, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. I mean, no, he looks like more of a Cyclops. Really.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's got
Scott
that.
Summers.
That's
Yeah.
not a great photo to use.
Actually, that photo, I kind
but
of go, he looks like Wolverine-ish more there, but then I totally see
He's
what you
got
mean of
this
being
rugged-
Cyclops.
Yeah, he's a good Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Yeah. Not
Don't you think Clint Eastwood has those Wolverine eyes?
I mean, if you want to have like really, really old man Logan, you cast Clint Eastwood. That's what I would do.
No way, he's not thick enough.
Well, that's probably true. Anyway,
You know me, I'm gonna shit on everything.
I think you have a business card that says that.
Yeah.
Michael Shirley, I shit on everything except Generation X.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I actually agree with this choice of Edgar Ramirez. That's actually a lot more.
That's wait, is he the guy that is Versace in the new American Crime Story?
I mean, let's be honest. He looks like he ate Wolverine. I don't
I
think
mean,
that
he looks like he's the
I
same.
don't think he's in shape to be
Whoa,
Wolverine.
Christian, whoa.
What?
Yeah, he's the guy that plays Gianni Versace in the American Crime Story that's airing right now, which I don't know, he looks older than Hugh Jackman, so I don't think that.
Black Jones adds that Eastwood,
there you
Scott
go.
Eastwood looks more like Iceman.
A little more buff.
So,
I would
or-
love to see.
How about that shape?
all right, well, let's see that. That's a more flattering photo, I suppose.
I can
not
totally
into
see
it.
him playing Wolverine.
All right, but
No.
here's the thing. I don't think we should have anyone playing Logan for a few years. We can
Yeah.
have other Wolverine characters.
We
We
need
could have
like
like an
23.
origin story,
Yeah,
like
much younger. You need to go
way
like
back.
make him like 20 or a teenager or
Michael,
something.
we already had X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is the best
Stop.
X-Men movie of all
No,
time.
I'm talking about like early 1900s.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right,
Like,
so
like
with the
when
bone
he's like
claws
like
before
when
he has
he's
any.
like 20.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see him like really young.
Yeah. All right. Well, so those
Some
are
Lady
some things.
Deathstrike in there.
I would like to. I would love to see Lady Deathstrike. And Black Magic 99 agrees with me. Make X-23 the new Wolverine instead. Yeah, I think we should see other Wolverine characters before Logan comes back. But if we do get him, let's. Yeah, I agree. With the
I'd
idea.
love to keep with the continuity and have that little girl grow up and do like a kick-ass
Yes.
thing, like.
But you haven't even seen that movie.
I've seen the trailer and she's
She's
is
great.
like awesome.
yeah, she's
And how
so-
close are you?
Amazing.
This is the next thing I wanted to talk about before we get to the trailer. How close are you to watching Logan? You watched a Marvel movie today, but it wasn't Logan.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I feel like probably I don't know.
Well, just tell everybody what you did watch today.
Oh, I watched Thor:
Yeah.
The Dark World.
Which is insane. That's
Second
the one
one?
you watched. That's the second one.
Second
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Which
As
I
an
believe.
extra, did you
I-
spot me?
Were you?
Yeah. As
I
an extra
didn't.
in Thor 2, Iron Man 2, and the pilot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
We got
Sweet!
like a
a few,
celebrity
right?
out
Yeah.
here.
Man, we should
cool.
have you listed in the description for the episode. Special
Right,
guest.
you know.
But I was telling you over the phone today, I really saw Natalie Portman, like her
Yeah.
physicality. Like I could see her being like the
The-
Lady Thor, because
I think that is somebody. I think that's an actress that could have pulled off the Lady
I
Thor
was
character,
wondering
but-
if maybe. Because I think it's very clear she exited that role. Like,
Yeah.
she was, like, doing them a favor. Like, being that name for such a small part in that
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, the love interest.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I was thinking maybe she would end up, but they've broken up, and I don't think she's coming back to the franchise. So, but I could
Right.
her physicality, I could totally see her swinging the hammer and, like, in the outfit.
Well,
like, I could, yeah.
According to Thor, he broke up with her. That's what he said in
I thought it
Ragnarok.
was a mutual.
Well, that's kind of how he tried to put it. But if you want the real truth, go to Loki. He's the one who's going to
oh,
talk.
I
He's going to talk all
can't
the dirt.
stand him.
But he's such a
When I was
great
watching
bad
the
guy.
movie and like he died, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is great!" And then he's like not dead.
Yeah.
Where's Dad?
So you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok either. So
I wasn't gonna watch him out of order.
I just can't believe that you hadn't watched Dark World until today. I know you're busy. There's a lot to do. You've got. And
You know me, I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel movies as I am of the like comic
shows?
books and
Sure.
the TV shows. Yeah.
All right.
They're people are always complaining the stakes aren't high enough in these movies, and I think it's gotten to the point where it's like unrealistic. Like every movie they're saving the world. Like not every comic book they're saving the world. Maybe like every like 30, 40 issues or something
Right.
really
You
huge.
save that for like issue 100.
Yeah, and they're
That's
acting
when you
like,
save the universe.
Yeah, and they're acting like Infinity War is this, but why? Like if this like the stakes of what happened in the first Avengers aren't high enough. Like all.
Well, they just
New
had to-
York
they
being,
basically
like,
just had to save New
destroyed.
York,
Like
you know?
yeah, oh whoa, it's I don't know. It's just all a little too fantastical, and that's
I see
why
what
I
you're saying,
love
though,
the Netflix series where it's all just way more down to earth.
Yeah. Well, we were actually talking about this last night, the ladies and I, Michael, because you weren't here. But we all have various shows here in the evening. Amy, you're on the Jessica Jones after show. You guys are up to episode 9 now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Kari and I do Star Trek Weekly on Sundays. And we were just talking about how this idea that the Netflix characters will not be in Infinity War. And I was like, I don't need them to have a major role, but what I'd like is something crazy flies overhead and you see just one of them, like Daredevil, I guess because
Like them all look up.
Just one of them,
You can't
just,
see
just one of
anything.
them look up, you know? Like Danny
Well, he
Rand's
could
like,
turn his head.
yeah, or Luke Cage is just like, huh, okay, and then he
like
goes back to
hear
whatever he's doing.
explosions.
Yeah, that's all I want. I just want a cameo.
Yeah.
You know,
That'd
what's
be
so wrong with that?
nice. I don't think that's like too much to expect.
Yeah. The
But,
movie is apparently
know.
2 hours and 36 minutes.
Is-
Okay, there is time for a cameo. And by the way, that's I'll let you finish in a second. Sorry, that's the longest Marvel movie ever. But you know what? It's shorter than
Titanic.
Batman vs Superman, which is 2 hours and 40 minutes. So you know what? It's
I
not.
haven't seen that yet.
You know what? If you see
I
that,
did.
if you see that before you see Logan, you're doing something very wrong.
Watch the
I
extended
don't
version.
think I
Yeah.
will.
What were you gonna say though,
Is
Michael?
Isn't Miss Marvel in the new Infinity War movie?
Depending on whose account you believe, she may or may not be in it because her story's set in the 90s.
I think the cameo we're gonna. Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Well, we might just get a long-haired Miss Marvel then.
We might.
Well, we haven't watched the trailer
Or
yet.
really
but
short-haired
on
Miss
the trailer and the poster, Black Jones in chat says good, and I'm like, I've had this discussion on Twitter, guys. What do y'all think about the missing Marvel characters from the trailer, such as Hawkeye, which I noticed people are like, he's not on the poster. Pepper Potts. I could see her not being.
Potts.
I can see her not being in the trailer. That's
okay,
fine.
she's a huge movie star, Gwyneth Paltrow, but her character doesn't deserve to be
Yeah.
on the poster.
But Hawkeye, I'm like, yeah. Valkyrie, I'm like, yeah, Valkyrie should be in there from Ragnarok. I'm like, sure. Wasp and Ant-Man. And
I mean, look, they've got their own movie coming out. They're big on their own poster, but I know what you're saying.
I don't know. There are a lot of
But it's
people
one of those
there.
just
Maybe there's
'cause-
not enough room.
But they might not be in the
Yeah.
trailer and they might not be in the poster, but that doesn't mean they don't have a part in the movie.
But then,
Right, they would be showing everything.
when you know that you can do a triple
I love
Fold
that.
out.
And here he is.
poster,
For those listening on
You just-
iTunes, Michael's opening Infinity
you
War
just
number
make,
1.
You just make room for more.
And no
And-
X-Men in it. That's
Well,
for
that's
sure.
the problem because
No,
like,
there
you
are
got
X-Men
no,
in
no,
here.
but
No,
in the
main
movie
movie.
because
Yeah.
you've got Wolverine
That's
and
beautiful.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
I love that, and it's like, and you have like the black costumed Spider Woman.
Yeah,
You just have
yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody on the cover there, and I mean it's great. You got Adam Warlock front and center, Silver Surfer, it's everybody, and
I love the first page.
and you got the
is so
Fantastic
good,
Four,
too.
you know. So this is part of the influence for the Infinity War movie.
Mm-hmm.
And before we run out of time, let's actually watch the Infinity War trailer. We're going to talk to you. Now, Michael, you have not seen it.
I haven't.
And Anthony, you are going out of your way not to see it, correct?
Very much so, yes.
All right, so we'll let you do it full screen, picture in a picture, all that. But you can close your eyes, cover your ears, and all that. And I respect you not wanting to see it. I did that once. I did that for one movie ever. I did that for Star Wars Episode 1. If I was in a theater and the trailer was about to start, I'd walk out and not see the trailer.
wow.
And then I went to see the movie and I was like, oh, it wouldn't have ruined anything.
You wouldn't have caught it on cable one day in a commercial.
Well, I never saw any commercials. I always changed the channel. And then,
yeah,
so
you are that kind of guy.
I was. But now I just...
Fast forward.
Tony,
just
I
want it.
totally get you. Once I already know I want to see a movie, like give me basic look and plot. Okay, cool, I want to see it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need to see any more. I don't want to see more.
Like,
I wanna
I'm
s-
just gonna be deep sighing to myself. Though.
What were you going to say, Amy?
I just want to see as much as I can until we see the movie.
That
like,
makes no sense to me.
No, you're
Which is-
you're the
That's
other type
fine.
of people. There's the people who
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
nothing
So
to do with
this-
it.
exactly.
And then the other end is they want
Exactly.
everything.
This
they can
trailer
consume.
is 2 minutes. The movie's 2 hours and 36 minutes. There's a lot that you're not seeing.
Exactly.
There's plenty that you're going
Like,
to see.
I obviously, I don't want spoilers, duh. And I
Yeah.
don't want to know big plot points, but I want it. And I want it now.
All right, so let's deliver. Amy Cassandra
thanks.
insists that we watch the Infinity War trailer now. So we're gonna watch. We have to watch it without sound, but that's all right because we're gonna talk about. Oh my God, that's so cool, you know, and all that kind of
Then
great.
you can go
We'll have
watch
a little
Amy's
bit of
reaction video of it.
Yes,
Thanks, Karen.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Amy does have a reaction video. And where do people find that?
On my YouTube channel, just search Amy Cassandra Martinez, but you can just go on my Twitter. I
All right.
linked it on there.
All right, so without further ado, Tony B. Tony in the booth. Let's take a look at the Infinity War trailer. Again, no audio because, well, we just can't. We don't want to. We don't want to get in
We'll
trouble.
narrate it.
We don't want to get in trouble with the YouTube police.
All
and
right.
talk about things.
Hammer time.
It is hammer time. Yeah.
In a galaxy
And Michael's
far,
like, I'm just
far
gonna read
away."
it. I'm just gonna read the comic while this plays. And you know, it's like got a very, very, you know, massive impact. Like a little melodramatic, a little like, whoa, this
Very
is gonna
dark.
be very serious.
I'm
And-
disappointed in Thanos' outfit.
Yeah, well,
Like,
we'll talk about the look for Thanos, which has evolved over time. But you know, they're really just sort of building up, and
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't. Maybe I haven't seen.
you haven't
this
seen
version
this
of
one.
It.
Okay, yeah. And,
There's
you
a
know,
few out there.
And we'll also have to talk about
This
Blonde
one
Black
came out
Widow.
today, right?
Is
No,
this the one? I
Friday.
thought, yeah, this one is Friday. That's right. So yeah, and then we have things that can throw you off a little bit, like Blonde Black Widow. You know,
Yes.
which as we were talking beforehand, she's never really blonde in the comics. She's always a redhead. So you know, this is probably Scarlett Johansson making another movie like Lucy
Spidey
2 or something.
sense. Yeah.
Love when the Spidey sense goes off.
Yeah.
Finally.
My favorite parts of this trailer involve Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
that's the main reason why I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt today.
Same.
So that I could be twinsies with
Spider-Man
Amy.
That's right.
jammies.
Yeah,
I got my pseudo Infinity War shirt from Marvel Mania.
and you know,
There he is.
Thanos is
Storm.
He looks like he looks a lot different than when we first met him. But now we see
New suit.
We see the Spider-Man armor. And
The line, "Get this man a shield."
yeah,
Yes.
and then we have some sweet Hulkbuster Iron Man armor, and of course Doctor Strange.
That's the Hulk inside of that,
You think that's the Hulk
Whoa.
inside the Hulkbuster armor?
for sure.
I
No.
don't see
I
any
don't think
reason. I don't see
so.
any reason
No.
why the Hulk would be in there, or how you
it would
could
be
even get him to
green.
fit in there.
Okay.
But you know what? If you're
would
right,
be
we'll
green
give you
if the
credit.
Hulk
We'll give
was
you credit for
in
being
it.
right. Yeah, and the Winter Soldier, who's going to apparently be called something else in this movie.
Bucky.
Yeah, and then always nice to see Falcon. And
Oh, slow-mo running,
Cap's got a
yay.
sweet beard in this movie.
He does.
Well, there's
so
so
these
many
are-
posts of like ladies
I
and
think I've
gentlemen
seen
freaking out
that.
about that.
I must have seen that trailer then already because I haven't seen anything I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I feel
Well, that isn't actually the one that I.
This-
there's
no, it's not.
there's well the one.
Yeah. No, this is older.
Yeah,
I saw
this is the older one. So
Tony.
I might have sent him a bad link. I thought that was the one.
Christian.
Anyway, well, it's fine. But there's a moment and we were talking about this last night. The moment that I like the most is Peter Parker introduces himself to Doctor Strange, and he says, "I am Peter." Doctor Strange says, "I'm Doctor Strange." He's like, "Oh, we're using our fake names? I'm Spider-Man." And I just like,
so
that's why I love Spider-Man, just
Adorable.
because that's the way that he approaches things.
Yeah.
And, there are a lot of, look, there's going to be things that are missing from these trailers, but that doesn't mean that people aren't in the movie. And then, you can do some searches from interviews and things where I think the Russo brothers talk about how many minutes Hawkeye's actually in the movie. There's little things like that you can find. And so
Maybe he's not in the poster because he's not a big character in this film. Maybe he'll be like in the second part, a bigger character.
It's possible.
Yeah, somebody was saying that. They're like, maybe these characters that aren't represented will be more later.
Or it could be my theory that, he dies in like the first 2 minutes.
Then the dead giveaway is to not put him on the poster.
Well, yeah.
Pun intended.
Yes, the dead kid.
No, I wasn't. I'm just a quick speaker. I don't know.
What do you think of there's the trailer that we did watch just now, and then there's also the one.
Well,
that we
no
talked
one
about.
thinks Hulk's in this
This is the one that I wanted to watch.
All right, guys,
And
I got
so
it.
I think, Anthony, that was on me for sending you the wrong one. I really thought it was
good.
this one.
I was like, this
Yeah, no, I
so
know.
familiar.
Yeah, but it's all right though because it gives us more opportunities to talk about. Yeah, see, this is everybody's looking up like,
Yes.
something's happening, and this is the moment where you could have some of the Hell's Kitchen gang looking up, like
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, like, what's that? What's that, Patsy?
Yeah.
But it's all right. We don't.
Oh, the baby Gamora. Someone did a drawing of
my
it, and it was
gosh.
so cute. That's on my Twitter.
Yeah, but this is just letting us know how severe this is, and
Yeah.
Peter,
Spidey mask.
Peter just tosses on the Spidey mask. He's
Yep.
like, I don't got time to do the whole suit.
And then supercharge go.
Yeah. And always, and look, that's a key moment in this movie you have to figure is the Vision, because the Vision
Shirley.
is powered by an Infinity Gem.
Yeah.
So I feel like things aren't going to go well for him in this
When
movie.
Vision wore the white costume, he wasn't powered by a gem, was he?
Oh,
Do you know what
I
I'm
think
talking
I
about?
know exactly the temperature you're talking about.
I think
yeah.
that's what they're gonna do with him.
He's
Make
gonna
him more
revert to-
ghostly
yeah.
looking.
That's actually an interesting idea. I had forgotten about that part of the Vision's backstory. And obviously, you can't do a trailer for this movie without putting Groot in there, so it's a good thing he's in
I
there.
gotta say, I do like that armor on him more.
You like this Thanos armor.
Yeah.
Hulk armor.
So you're
No,
watching?
The Thanos Hulk armor. But I think Michael disagrees with you about this look for
Oh, no.
Thanos
That's
versus
fine.
his
Only
original
got
look.
one look for me.
That's right. And look, there's going to be a lot of massive battle sequences, and I don't know. I feel like the death toll is going to be very, very high. And I don't know how Cap thinks that he can go face to face with the Infinity Gauntlet. What makes Cap think like, I'm from the
No
40s,
big.
and yeah, I think I can handle this.
So
I have such a rugged beard, I can fight the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, there's the.
Yeah.
There's the
your
Spider-Man
fake
moment
name?
for those that are
Okay.
watching on YouTube. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Well, we
How
know.
much do I love Spider-Man?
Well, I think the best
He's
way,
adorable.
if we really want to figure out who's going and who's not, is see who has a contract that is not up yet.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like they're going to figure out a way to keep Robert Downey Jr. in these movies. I think that he might not be in the Iron Man suit anymore, whether it's Rhodey or someone else. But I think that they're going to figure out a way to keep Tony Stark at least peripherally involved. Because
I think he's gonna go.
I mean, he could go. It could make sense, especially because his story is heading in a very happy ending direction. Happily ever after, proposing to Pepper at the end of
And you
Spider-Man.
think that's gonna go well?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Is that's like that? Those are all the indications of like, oh no, he's gonna be too happy. Let's ruin everything for him. Let's kill him.
I mean, a lot of people are saying that they really think that Captain America is going to be the one to go.
I don't think he's going to be the one. I think he's one of several.
I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
I think a few of our Phase 1 friends are going to go, and the most. And before this controversy about the poster came up, I felt like Hawkeye, as one of the least powerful people, would be one of the first to go. I would
like
say,
a Drew Barrymore Scream kind of thing.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, oh look, here I am. I'm dead now. And I would say that Black Widow would be sure to die, except that I know they're working on the Black Widow movie. That's why. But when you have a sort of intergalactic
Thor
threat like
can't
Thanos,
really die. He's a god, so.
well, somebody else can be
happen.
Thor. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be Chris Hemsworth.
I think if they get rid of anybody, they're just going to be completely out of the franchise from now on. And that's why I think that it would probably be Iron Man, because I feel like he's had his day.
Yeah, but anyone can wear that suit. I mean, if you look at the Iron Man now, the character that
unless they're going to get Pepper to do it, I don't know.
You want Pepper in the Iron Man suit?
More than fake Rhodey.
So wait a minute. You're saying that Don Cheadle, Terrence Howard
better.
Terrence Howard has a lot of problems.
Don Cheadle
that I don't think they could insure him for a big movie.
I don't know anything about him.
I know enough about him where I think that they felt like it was more trouble than it was worth. So let's go get it. Let's go get a better actor.
Don Cheadle's too scrawny for me.
Out here for a roadie.
It is hard out here for a roadie.
And I'm just not a fan of him.
So, as sort of some overall thoughts, Amy. Now you have the reaction video, so people can see you react in real time. But as we were watching it again, what did you think?
I think that one of the most exciting parts of a movie like this is seeing all these different characters that we love come together and interact with each other, because we all have our favorites. So of course, like Spider-Man's a big one for us, but I could see, other people, Black Panther.
Sure.
Just, so like you're going in there to see one of your favorite people there, and then just to see all of them interact. I'm so excited. I know there's going to be a lot of sadness, but I'm ready for it as well.
It would be a lot more special if we could have the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in there, but we just have to move on. We're not going to get them. Michael, now you hadn't really seen this before, but you didn't really experience it here because we didn't have the sound. But do you think you'll actually see this movie in the theater? Because I know that's not your thing.
I don't think I'm going to see it in real time.
Right.
I think you guys are going to see it months before I'll see it.
Right. So it might be in a theater, but you won't see it like opening week, opening month, opening year. No. Okay.
No, I'm too cool for that.
No, I know. Look, I understand. I mean, but what if if you got invited to some big celebrity private screening, would you go to that?
Oh well, if I go to the premiere, I'll
okay, all right. So let's try and get some people to pull some strings and get Michael to the premiere so that he can actually see the movie. Carrie, your thoughts as we watch it again, but also just in general your thoughts for what we're going to see.
It's definitely one of those. It's like I'm excited, but I am that person. I don't want to see more trailer stuff because then either I want that scene to be in the movie because then I'm like, this is so cool, and then it's not, or it's different and then you got used to it, or it's a scene you don't like and that makes you unhappy and then it's not in the movie anyway.
Right.
So we had that
I think
we
had a Twitter conversation about this, and a lot of times the trailer gets cut together before the movie's finished.
So it's like,
so sometimes you get things that don't end up in there. But I'll still never excuse the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer that has Spider-Man and Iron Man together in Washington D.C. in front of the Washington Monument, and then we never see that in the movie. And I was so excited for that scene, and then we don't get it. But anyway.
That's a positive one. Transporter, when he deflects like a missile coming at him with like a dinner tray. It's like, that's the stupidest thing ever, and then it's not in the movie anyway. So you're just like,
the chat is having its own conversation. Ghost8386 says Black Panther versus Prince Namor needs to happen. I mean, sure, I'd watch that, but I don't know that we're going to see Prince Namor anytime soon. Before we run out of time, Michael, you brought we could do some unboxing here live on the YouTube channel. You brought let's see tell us what you brought and show us on camera. We've only got 5 minutes, but we've got time for this.
So, actually, the first thing I have up here is a comic book, which I'd never seen the cover art before.
This is Uncanny X-Men number 218.
Yeah.
Cover date of June 1987.
Until we had Patrick Meany in here.
Yes.
About his documentary.
He talked to us about Chris Claremont's X-Men.
Yeah, and you're having an interview with him soon, aren't you?
Tomorrow on the Marvel. Sorry, Tony. What's the horror show?
Horror movie.
Yeah. So he included this artwork in his documentary, and when I saw it, I was like, I have to have it.
And that's Art Adams, who is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
He drew in that style before Todd McFarlane and everybody else decided, like, oh, we're going to draw like that. So to me, he's the guy who originated that style. Anyway, that's a great cover because it has some strong female X-Men and Longshot just hanging out. All right, so now we'll have the big unboxing for the other stuff. I don't even know what's in here.
I just got some X-Men comics, and they're like new school.
Oh my gosh. New. All right.
Now, is this like a service, or you ordered them specifically?
No, I just ordered them online. But I guess this a live unboxing reaction review for a Notorious book. So I hope he put them all in there.
Yeah, let's hope that you didn't get...
That'll be embarrassing live on air.
I know.
Okay. So I untaped it, but I haven't actually.
That's good. You did some prep work. We appreciate it.
Yeah. I've seen those unboxing videos before. They get kind of crazy.
It's like, oh, I need to go get scissors.
So it made you pick these.
Okay. You didn't individually bag and board them, which I have a huge problem with.
Problem.
Because that means that I've got to go all the way down to Meltdown and pay like 50 cents for it. It's not worth my time for that, but whatever. Notorious books on eBay. But yeah, this is X-Men Blue, the Cross Time Capers set. It should be 5 comics. And the reason I had to have this, because this is like a, I don't know if you remember that long time ago, the Cross Time Capers thing with Kitty Pryde, and she ends up in like Camelot or some weird
I love the Cross Time Caper in Excalibur.
Well,
so they're doing a new Cross Time Caper.
This is like their way of doing it. I'm trying to put them in order really quick. But the comic book art is really cool. It started with this one.
Oh, that looks very cool, yeah.
And on the back, we've got Thanos in the costume he's supposed to have.
Yeah, that's what he should look like, but that's not what he looks like in the movie.
And then this is how I heard of it, X-Men 2099.
Oh, it's like, hey, Spider-Man 2099.
I didn't even realize that X-Men 2099 was still around.
It's not.
Oh, it's just...
I love X-Men 2099. I love all the weird stuff from the 90s. And they meet X-Men 2099 team in this. So... that was how I heard about this. And then when I found out the next issue was them meeting with Generation X.
Oh, that's what really
I was like, I've got to have this whole set. But I think the reason they might have said something about Prince Namor or whatever in the chat is because he's just been reintroduced in X-Men Red. Look at me with these smooth transitions.
You. Yeah.
He's on the team, which I think is so weird. I don't remember him ever being an X-Men.
Who, Prince Namor?
Yeah.
No, but he is a mutant they established at some point, but he's not a member of the X-Men.
I'm actually excited. I'm going to get an X-Men Red and check it out because Jean's leading the team, and you guys know how I feel about Jean.
I do. Well, when Kitty Pryde and Colossus get married, I think that's X-Men Gold.
30?
Which color is it? It is gold, yeah.
It's gold.
Yeah, so I'll get that one. But right as you were opening, Black Magic 99 pointed out, LOL, just opened the pack and already mad. You were like angry instantly, but it's true. Those should be,
I agree.
Those should be individually bagged and boarded.
Yeah. Like unless it's a giant set, I think mine, I got a big cable thing. They're all individual and then all wrapped.
Well,
I ordered like a comic book for $2 and I got like 2 of them, and I'm like, you didn't wrap them. I'm giving you like a 4-star review.
Yeah.
I'm a tough critic, but it's because of all the love I have and have had so long.
Right. Well, a little earlier we talked about how Scott Campbell was on Maria Menounos' show, and
Scott Eastwood.
I said Scott Campbell. Who is that?
J. Scott Campbell's my favorite artist,
Scott
and I'm always saying that.
I was trying to be so smooth with the transition, and I said
you can't do it like me.
No, I know I can't because it's your favorite artist. But because we mentioned Maria earlier, this is what we should make sure that everybody knows. Want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life? For those who do, have we got a podcast for you? Conversations with Maria Menounos Podcast Edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life, from health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you never had. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know that it was Marvel TV Weekly who let you get there. Conversation with Maria Menounos, Podcast Edition. Check it out. We are out of time, but what I think we should make sure that we're ready to do next week, I think we should probably talk all about Jessica Jones Season 2. I'm only 6 in, but I'm going to give myself a week to finish. So be caught up. Look, I love Patsy this year. That's all I can say. Anyway, we are out of time, but we will see you next week, and we'll talk about that and S.H.I.E.L.D. and who knows what else. But until then, you can follow me, Christian Bladt, on Twitter and Instagram at ChristianDMZ. Kari?
And yes, you guys can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's Karidlane.
Michael?
Yeah, you can find me at Michael X Shirley on Twitter and Instagram, and on Thursday night on AfterBuzz's Project Runway after show.
And Amy MTZ.
Yes, at Amy Cassandra MTZ on all social media. And then tomorrow, I will be on the Marvel movie news.
What?
Tomorrow at 2.
And that's on Popcorn Talk.
Popcorn
This
Talk.
is our secret
2.
Black Widow.
Yeah, she's going to sneak in there and steal all their secrets and give them to us. Anyway, thanks so much to everybody in the chat, and for everybody who joined us here in the chat, and everybody on the panel, etc., etc. We'll see you next week. Until then, Excelsior!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.